Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Proclamation News and Governance. It is Monday, the 16th of May, 2022. With the prodigious, the prominent Professor Johnson at P&G. Thank you all for coming through, joining in, supporting the show. I was out today shaping up my constituency, painting road signs. Painting road signs, what does that help? What does that help within society, within the community? It helps people track where people live, especially postmen, delivery services, emergency services. Just helping, making a difference. Get myself involved, absolutely. Working hard day in, day out. Also overlooking things like fly tipping, broken bollards, damaged manholes, reporting serious things that could affect society. Anyway, it's Proclamation News again. Thank you all for coming through. Got a few shout-outs today. People want to get involved in trying to shape up Britain. Well, you're in the right place with Proclamation News and Governance, absolutely. I'll give you an insight where to look and how to go about looking. Anyway, before we move forward, think safety, think first. You're not into the vehicle under the influence of alcohol and sleep deprivation, and if there's narcotics. Make sure you've got your vehicle's tax insured, got MOT, and you've got a driving licence. Check your engine oil, water coolant tank, make sure it's topped up to maximum level. Check your PSI limits, make sure the tyres not bowled. Make sure your passengers on board have picked seat belts and baby the seat belts joined to the car seat. Check further police actions, further road signs. Check for road workers, make sure Leon behind the house have his fencing onto the road. Drive vigilantly around roadworks. Check your sense mirror, wing mirror before turning, acting in safe, sufficient directional choice. Anyone that didn't hear me just a little while ago, I've been out today painting road signs. As a local council, do look after their constituency, making sure people have got all the services that they're paying for. Anyway, moving on. I'm usually reporting things like potholes, broken manholes, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm the prodigious, the prominent professor. Think about others before I think about myself. Absolutely. On the M25, A12, one lane closed and cleared traffic due to a crash on the A12 southbound for M25 junction 28. Brentwood Brook Street roundabout, lane 1 of 2 is closed. Travel time is around 10 minutes. 4:43 p.m. first reported. On the M11, B1393 partially blocked, crash clearing traffic due to crash on B193 High Road both ways around Texaco petrol station. 4:34 p.m. first reported. Watford A1 clearing traffic on A1 both ways at A41 Apex corner, congestion to halfway back to Sterling corner, Bournemouth northbound from Mill Hill Circus, A41 queues halfway back to Stanmore in the construction area, south of London. M25 recovery work due to lanes closed. Multiple vehicle crash slowed traffic. One lane is closed due to recovery work on multiple vehicle crash on M25 clockwise between Clacking Lane services and Junction 6 A22. Godstone Lane 1 of 4 is closed. 1 minute past 6, 2 hours ago. Just apart of Bedford. A1 lane closed due to emergency bridge repairs on A1 southbound between Little Paxton turnoff and St Neots. Higham Ferries, Kimbolton turnoff in the lane 1 of 2 between Brampton and the Black Cat. Following an accident on Sunday afternoon at full closure, 20 past 12 a.m. reported. Anyone wanting to get involved in politics but don't know what way to turn, how to go about joining in, you may not want to be part of what I'm about to say, but you may want to be part of politics. Get yourself involved. We've come a long way together over the last 2 years, and your support means anything is possible. Your membership is the best way to protect what we've achieved together, and we'd like to keep our progress. You started it, now be part of it. £26 a year with the Conservative Party gets you a standard party membership, and all associated benefits is offered at a special £5 rate to those aged under 26. Standard member, £25 a year. Members can play an active role in the party, can attend our annual conference and receive voting rights in party elections after 3 months of membership, all from £25 a year or £2.09 per month. Armed Forces is £15 a year. Standard party membership and all associated benefits is offered at a reduced rate for serving and former members of our armed forces. What does your membership get you? Does it get you fish and chips? We want to know what we're paying for. It helps us win elections. All your subscription goes towards our campaigns. You can choose candidates and vote in leadership elections, so you choose the people you want to represent you. Take part in our campaign groups like Conservative Women's Organisation or the Young Conservatives. Meet like-minded people and make a difference to our country. Come to conference. Join our MPs, councillors and activists in the biggest event of the Conservative calendar. Stand for election. Members have the opportunity to stand for election as Conservatives, so if you decide that you want to take part in our democracy, you can. Connect with local Conservatives. As a member, you become part of a local association, support local campaigns and attend social events with members just like you. Influence party policy by giving feedback on policy briefs. Get the latest from inside the party. With regular members updates and exclusive members invites. There you go. Would you like to get involved? Help shape up your children's future. Your parents going to cost of living for elderly homes, anything like that. Getting the best NHS they could get. Help must come, says former Prime Minister John Major, on a cost of living crisis. Help must come. Absolutely. Been living this public austerity for too long. Help must come for those struggling to pay their bills amid rising prices, ex-Prime Minister John Major said. Addressing a conference, Sir John said providing support would help bring trust and respect back to politics. He also warned that government could raise spending while reducing tax, and that hard choices had to be made. Minister Rachel McLean said the government was putting help in place to ease short-term pressures, including through the Household Support Fund. She also said that over the long term, the government wanted to grow their economy and to make sure that people are able to protect themselves better, whether that is by taking on more hours or moving back to a better paid job. She acknowledged these options might not work for everyone, such as those already working 3 jobs. There's been criticism of her words, and Labour's Shadow Cabinet Minister Ian Murray said her advice was ludicrous and out of touch. Number 10 later defended the minister and accused critics of seeking to twist the works unhelpfully. Meanwhile, some Conservative MPs have urged the government to adopt opposition proposals to raise money to help those struggling by implementing a windfall tax on energy companies. Treasury Committee Chair Mel Stride said he would normally oppose it, but the current extraordinary circumstances meant there was a case for looking at a one-off windfall tax. He said the companies had made supernormal profits, and some of that money should be cancelled. To those who are really struggling, his Conservative colleague Simon Hoare later tweeted his agreement. Labour said it will call for a vote to introduce a tax on Tuesday. Ministers have previously rejected introducing a one-off tax on profits of energy companies, arguing it would deter investment. However, recently the government has been hinting that it could change its mind, with Treasury officials saying the idea was not off the table. A number of Tory MPs have privately expressed concern that the government will make a U-turn, with a senior Tory saying they are really irritated about being made to vote against it on Tuesday. Unwelcome truth. Making a speech in Newcastle, Sir John, who led the Conservatives from 1990 to 1997, joined in the debate, saying that rising prices meant people would be utterly unable to meet the bills. Addressed the National Cathedrals Conference, he said, "He must come, and I hope it will come soon, that a lack of support would damage people's trust in government. Everyone needs to believe that the state cares about them, and not just the interests of the powerful, the motivators, and the elite. In a week lasts longer than money. Do the penniless believe the state cares about them?" Sir John also warned that the government levelling up agenda and with reducing regional inequalities would demand ministers making hard choices. He said the policy needed money and had to be paid for either by higher taxes, borrowing, or cuts to other budgets. It is an unwelcome truth that lower taxes for everyone and higher spending do not go further. The former Prime Minister concluded his speech by praising the younger generation, who said were a force for good, despite their habit of cutting holes in the knees of the new jeans for the sake of fashion. Sir John Major, former Prime Minister, many years ago. Well, we can only hail the Prime Minister, former Prime Minister. We're going to have a short amid break while I share them comments, ladies and gents. Thank you for listening. Really appreciate it, guys. Have a short break. Coming back to Proclamation News, Gavin's, ladies and gents. Thank you for being patient now. Painful when the old my tummy when I go to Sainsbury. Single mum who works 4 days a week and gets universal credit to top up her income, spoke about how visits to the supermarket are painful. Carly Newman told Sky News, "I get knocked on my tummy when I go to Sainsbury's." Sad, isn't it? Sad that everyone is struggling financially at the moment. Energy bills soaring. I mean, what do you do? What do you do for the best? your family, your children. What can you do? Can help you. What can you do? Literally, what can you do? Uh, People that get council tax rebate. I can't give that answer. Anyone look to get a council tax rebate? I don't know if any of you lot have seen that or what you think of it. I haven't actually looked into it, to be totally honest with you. Let's look at the weather. Let's look at the weather forecast. Tonight, 11 degrees. Tomorrow, in between 13 and 23. Wednesday is 13 to 22. Thursday, 10 to 20. Friday, 12 to 21. It's not going to be a bad week, but we're definitely not nowhere near as good as the other day. What do we have in London? London is looking lovely. 25, 23, 22, 22, 21. Charles, the royal family. There's no family like the royal family. Charles will need Harry and Meghan when he becomes king, expert says. Prince Charles could need his son Prince Harry, 37, and his wife Meghan Markle, 40, to assist him, as there would be a huge asset to the royal family, according to the expert Tina Brown. The royal author speculated that the 73-year-old future king, who stepped in for his mother, the Queen should this week during the state opening of Parliament, would also be grateful of their modern appeal. My guess is Charles is really going to want them back, sort of need them back actually, she said in a new interview, because Harry and Meghan were huge assets to the whole royal repertoire, quite frankly. Get exclusive celebrity stories and fabulous photo shoots straight to your inbox. Royal expert added to the Sun, they had a young appeal that was very, very potent in the country. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, who share children Archie, 3, and Lilibet, 11 months, are expected to be making their highly anticipated return to the UK after 96-year-old monarch's Platinum Jubilee next month. But while they made a brief stopover to visit the Queen ahead of their visit to the Netherlands for the Invictus Games recently, the last time they appeared publicly with the royal family together was in March 2020. The couple then gave their now infamous and ultimately explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey, where they'd made a series of claims about the royal family at the same time. It is said that Harry and Charles' relationship soared following an interview, as the former declared he was disappointed in his father for how he handled Meghan's struggles with joining the firm. While Charles is said to be heartbroken about the current state of his relationship with his son, there's still a long road back to where they once were. It is hoped that Harry and Meghan grand return for a celebratory occasion next month will see their family members building bridges. The Queen has made a decision to ban non-working members of the royal family from the tradition of trooping the colour of the RAF fly past on Buckingham Palace's balcony. Instead, Her Majesty has opted to wave the crowds alongside her son Camilla, Prince William and Kate Middleton, and their children Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Princess Louis, Princess Anne and her husband Sir Timothy Lawrence, Prince Edward and Sophie Wessex, their children Lady Louise Windsor and James Viscount 7 and the Duke of Kent will be on the balcony. Prince Andrew is also told not to appear. Ladies and gents, it's a little short of a 20-minute show there, but it's proclamation that is gathered back at its finest. I just want to say thank you all for coming through, supporting the show time and time again. We will be back more and more fluent. Thank you, take care, one love, and speak soon.